Hello, and welcome to Clouds Club TV's Top 10 Best First-Person Shooters. This list is based on what impact that it had on not only my life, but the FPS gaming world. Now let's jump right into this. Number 10. Metro 2033. This RPG, FPS, and survival horror is known for its original story. It's based off a book from 2005 which contributes to its depth. The majority of the weapons are unique and handheld. It's like having pump-action BB guns on steroids. The air above ground is toxic, so you have to wear a gas mask. As your filter gets closer to needing replacements, your breathing changes to sound distress. The condensation builds on the visor for more effect. The equipment in Metro definitely keeps it interesting. All these small details while making an FPS a good narrative with something different and stands out. Number 9. Doom 2. There was no need for a narrative. All you had was your spacesuit and thirst for alien butts. All you need to know is, if something is moving, floating, or looking at you, just kill it. It was way before its time, bringing open-ended levels, weapons with purpose, and unique monsters with special attacks. Doom 2 inspired do-it-yourself creators in games like Quake and Duke Nukem, which bring us to the grandfather of them all. Number 8. Wolfenstein 3D. It's clearly recognizable as having all the elements of a modern FPS. The texture-mapped walls, digital sound effects, and staring down the barrel of a gun. I always dreamed about wandering around a maze shooting Nazis. I can't begin to tell you how amazing this game was when I was a child. It stands out in mind because it was the first FPS I ever played. It is one of my personal favorites. I couldn't tell you the countless hours I spent trying to kill Nazis. We all need to kill Nazis in our life more than ever. America. Number 7. Battlefield 1942. This FPS strayed away from the usual campaign-driven levels focused on multiplayer and large-scale maps. In these battles, you would see dozens of soldiers running across corpses of previous waves. This gave you a rushing excitement that was never felt in any game before it. It wasn't just a point-and-shoot kind of FPS like Call of Duty. You really had to aim, understand bullet drop, and use strategy to get to the next point. I think the best thing about this game is figuring out your way of playing. You know, you could be a camping puss bush surviving all game to adrenaline loony running into gunfire for advancement. It really made you think about what you would do in war. Number 6. Borderlands 2. This comic-style looking RPG FPS is one of a kind. There are complicated twisting paths and short arenas that have enemies coming out of the woodworks while searching for the next waypoint. The variation of weapons are vast. There is so much exploration in this world. This game had a lot to offer, from an open world, gun market, multiple plot lines, but most importantly, humor and laughter to go along with it.
Shoot me in the face! In the face! Do it! Shoot me in the face! Bam! Thank you!
It was a huge upgrade from the first installment. Number 5. Halo 3. The hype of the E3 teaser, the chills from the trailer on MNF, and the goosebumps from the campaign trailer at E3. The hype and excitement was unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's the most popular Halo game. It was the peak of the FPS genre at the time. Halo 3 has the strongest story, script, effects, and gameplay of the original trilogy. It's extremely fun and every level is unique and beautiful in its own right. The speed of the game was a design decision to help with the strategy and tactical play. Number 4. Overwatch. This class-based multiplayer FPS let you choose from more than 20 unique characters. This game is in strategic gameplay with 2 6-man groups. The class types remind you of playing an MMO. There are DPS, tanks, and healers. I would say right when you start playing this game, you know it is special. No one character plays as the same. The maps of Overwatch are cartoon-like, colorful, and outstanding to see. The arena is well made for each battle type. I always took time to find the best places to knock people off. This game is here to stay, and it's definitely something worth trying. Number 3. Goldeneye 007. People my age don't have to make the argument that Nintendo 64's Goldeneye 007 is one of the greatest FPS of all time. Goldeneye forever changed the face of FPS gaming. The entire skill set for an FPS game changed too. This was the biggest hype during my childhood. The multiplayer option was the best part. You could fight 3 different friends on modes that the players get to choose. I remember putting on modes like only grenade launchers or only one-shot kills, but it seemed like all we wanted to do was slap each other around as midgets the most. Now for Call of Duty 2. This is the big daddy of the Call of Duty kingdom. This is before you ran around with a knife calling people noobs and yelling that you're a ninja. It's quite remarkable how further advanced the sequel was from the original Call of Duty. By comparison, it had far more natural looking level design with wide open battlefields and sprawling North African cityscapes. Sometimes it let you choose which path you wanted to take through the level. This FPS revolutionized game and was a major success. This made a strong impact on the FPS gaming world we know today. Finally, number 1. Number 1. Counter-Strike. This FPS started out as a mod for Half-Life and quickly became a phenomenon. CS was not just about being good. It was all about the community. People would find their favorite servers and be greeted by others that just wanted to have fun. Do-it-yourself creators made the maps, gun sprites, and models that would later be introduced in competitive play. I mean, everything was custom without having to pay one single dime. It is one of the first games to have professional players globally. The competitive play was about teamwork, strategy, and spray control. I'm telling you right now, if you played this game during its hype, you would give up your firstborn to relive it again. I can say with confidence that this game is easily the best FPS of all time. Let me know if you agree with my picks or not. Comment them below. What would you choose for your top 10 favorite FPS games? Would you change any of mine? Yay, oh my god, more options, cool. Click on one.